Yo, what's up guys? You got PokeaimMD here with the next part of the NU Road to Top 10. Thank you everybody for all the support on the previous episode. I know a lot of people have been asking me to use Togedemaru again, so we are bringing it back for this episode. Shout out to my boy Jari. I'll be right back with the team preview. So I wanted to use Clawitzer because it's been giving me problems, and I think it's honestly one of the more annoying Pokemon for me to fight in the NU tier just because it's so tough to switch into. So we're using Choice Specs Clawitzer. It was either this or Subtoxic, and I like this one a lot more just because of the immediate damage and pressure it does give a lot of teams. So Mega Launcher is a fantastic ability, boosting Water Pulse, Dark Pulse, and Aura Sphere. And of course we have Ice Beam to round it off for that damage versus Dragons as well as Grass types. Sigilyph is our next member of the squad. Now, this Sigilyph is an interesting member because it's obviously Life Orb with Magic Guard, so we don't take Life Orb damage, but we have Protect. Now, the reason we have Protect is because it helps us scout versus Pokemon like Sneasel, for instance, that pursuit you or go for knockoff. This is also good for Choice Scarf fighters like Passimian, which do either U-turn or knockoff or close combat. So it eases prediction. On top of that, our next Pokemon in Weezing has Toxic Spikes, so not only does it ease prediction, but it racks up Toxic Spikes, which this Weezing does have. Weezing is our Comfey and Sceptile check. With the Spadef, we can take basically 2 hits from Sceptile. I need 2 hits from Sceptile. Sludge Bomb is obviously our stab. Pain Split for recovery. Will-O-Wisp is there to basically touch the steel types like Steelix or just the fighting types as well. Let's burn them. The ones that obviously are not poisoned by Toxic Spikes, so wearing them down. Druddigon is our Stealth Rocker with Mold Breaker. We can Stealth Rock on Xatu. Toxic also works on Xatu as well. This is one of our Delphox answers, one of our Fire type answers in general, so Delphox and Mortar come to mind. Typhlosion as well. We have Earthquake. We have Protect for longevity, also obviously racking up poison damage too. Choice Scarf Togedemaru, like I said, is back, giving us some speed control, giving us a pseudo ground type. And what I mean by that is it's an electric immunity because of Lightning Rod. So it takes the place of a ground type in that regard. But Zing Zap, U-turn, Iron Head, and of course Wild Charge for that extra oomph. And last but not least, we have our Rapid Spinner, some Hazard Control, and Life Orb Hitmonlee. Mach Punch is there for obviously faster Pokemon, being able to check Pokemon like Cinccino, pick off weakened Heliolisk as well. I think it just knocks out Heliolisk, I'm gonna be honest, but I'm not entirely sure. And just being an aggressive threat between High Jump Kick and Knockoff. Very little Pokemon actually want to take a hit from Hitmonlee unless your name is Comfey, which we do check with Togedemaru and Weezing respectively. So that is the team for today's episode. Let's get right into the battles. Alright guys, so we have our first game. Now it looks like we are fighting some sort of offense with probably Scarf Togedemaru as well. I didn't use this build because I didn't have a Guzzlord, but if I'm not mistaken, it's the same team I used, but with a Guzzlord added to it. And let me just remember what it was, because I know I used this recently. It's, yeah, right here. So, assuming this is the exact same build, shouldn't be too tough of a game. I am a little bit worried about a Selgor, but he is super, super, super weak to Hitmonlee, which is 1, and 2 to, it's my Mach Punch priority. So I'm actually going to go Hitmonlee because Hitmonlee just matches up very well versus Drober, as it leads off with a Selgor. Same thing, I think the knockoff is just very free. There's nothing a Selgor can go for that will knock me out immediately. And being able to knock off here, getting rid of a Selgor, that's so good because that was his fighting resist. So completely worth it in my opinion. I'm going to go for another knock, just because I can knock it to its Focus Sash and go for the Rapid Spin, if anything, if he opts to go for Rocks. He does, unfortunately, knock me out there, but I don't know. I don't feel that... I'm not as worried right now, I want to say. Especially because I can just U-turn here, go into my Togedemaru, U-turn, get rid of Drober. Obviously, having Mach Punch would be really nice for the... Obviously, having Mach Punch would be really nice for the Guzzlord, but I think I'm okay still, so. At this point, I want to say I go Clawitzer, because Clawitzer doesn't allow Guzzlord in for free. Or according to him, it does. But I mean, it just gives me an Aura Sphere. So I either knock it out. Yeah, I'm about to say like Clawitzer is just gonna pick up a KO right now. So getting rid of Guzzlord means I'm probably just gonna win the game with Weezing or my Scarf Togedemaru. I'll just be able to check everything. I will go for a T-Spike if possible. If he goes Kingler, I'm gonna knock that thing out. My Sigilyph now just clicks Air Slash and T-Wave and things like that, and it's really good. And Protect is actually super good here too. So I don't know what exactly he can go out into now that will beat me down. Kingler is definitely not what's going to win. Aura Sphere is going to send this thing packing. There we go. Yes, I don't think I have a chance of losing because it's Choice Scarf, Hitmonlee, and Choice Scarf Togedemaru versus a Weezing Sigilyph combo. So we're able to win the first game relatively easily. We are 15-39, and I'll pause it, guys, until we find another game. We'll be right back. All right, guys, so we have our next game. Hello? We have our next game. I gotta be careful not to lose to the Minior. That is for sure a problem. Though he's very weak to Sigilyph itself. I love Ice Beam from... Honestly, yeah. Ice Beam from Clawitzer is just the play. Like, especially if he leads off with offensive Druddigon. I think I just clicked. I don't care if you go Blastoise or anything. I don't know what type of Blastoise this is either. That did 20%. And I unfortunately freeze it. Which means he's probably going to go for Scald here. I don't think my Druddigon does much in this game besides get up rocks. He can easily Scald and thaw himself. I have to be careful not to lose to Minior though, so I'm thinking whatever I have in has to be able to hit it. It has to be able to hit it, and it has to be able to basically put it in range of Mach Punch from Hitmonlee. So I don't mind him spinning, as I'll be able to Toxic here. He could have Refresh, though. I don't know if his last move is Refresh or Rapid Spin, but brings out Druddigon. Just going to Toxic this as well, as he's going to go for his Devastating Drake there. Now, I know he's offensive just based on that. I just want to see how much my Clawitzer does to Druddigon. Life Orb, same thing. Ice Beam does 103 to 121%. Though at this point, I think Dark Pulse is the best play, even though he's more than likely to stay in. I still think Specs Dark Pulse is the best play. Because at worst, he gets up rocks, and I can still offensively spin versus him too. Plus, I can flinch him. So, and he switches into Dark Pulse with one Pokemon. I much rather get rid of Druddigon. Because again, like I said, I can spin. Pangoro comes out. Weezing is usually my way of at least reacting here. And what I want to do is... I think basically just Pain Split up. Ooh. I was Life Orb, I didn't even realize that. Sigilyph is going to do some damage. Don't really switch into Miss Maggie as well, though. But he also doesn't switch into... Yeah, this is going to be pretty crucial as well. He Bullet Punches, which is a very smart play because it breaks a potential sub from me. Now, he already uses Z, so I don't know what type of... what move exactly this Miss Magius is running. But I am going to make the Togedemaru play to try and weaken this. I didn't realize how weak I am to this now that I think about it. I feel like making the aggressive play. And it's Scarf. Oh boy. Woo! Did not expect Scarf. The boy expected me to be Specs. So it being Scarf Miss Magus makes it a little bit problematic. Blastoise should be outsped by my Clawitzer if I'm not mistaken. But I think I have to go for the late game with Hitmonlee. Is he going to double, anticipating me to go Sigilyph? I can't let him double. I think I lose if he doubles. Because if I go Sigilyph, I get off a Life Orb Psychic. If he has Sleep Powder, though, I'm bad too. So Ah! Dark Pulse is still my play. Okay, he gave me this, so I have some potential because this thing is Specs. Man, I knew he'd double, but I didn't call it. Your boy is Specs, bro. You ain't living that. Shout out to Clawitzer. I'm going Hitmonlee and clicking Specs Ice Beam. Go ahead and do your thing. Knock me out. That's fine. I got Specs Ice Beam right in the back. I'm clicking it. Actually, it's way better that I get off guaranteed damage, I think. Woo! Clawitzer! Clawitzer, win me the game. 94 to 110. 111. Of course! Dude, I won if he didn't get the effect spore. Come on, man. That doesn't matter. I'm still going for Ice Beam at the end of the day, I guess. I got the freeze on him, but it's still forced. Knockoff did 29 and 34%. Knockoff did 35, so he's not defensive. Well, I can still go for a roll. Good game. That was lame, man. I won this game. I won this game outside of the sleep from effect spore. So that was really lame. And the fact that it took me 20 minutes to find this game and he's that many points, that's so lame. But I mean, again, I froze him. And if I made the call to Miss I don't think I knocked out Miss Magus anyway, so I think I would have been in the same situation. No, I would have been able to click Ice Beam first, though. Let me see. Sigalith, Miss Magus was at, what, 76%? So even if I made the call, I didn't even knock it out, so it didn't matter if I made the call or not. The only difference it made is I'd be able to click Ice Beam versus Vileplume, weakening it, and probably winning if he didn't effect spore me. And then if I hit, I jump kick after. So I'll pause it, guys. I don't think me not calling the double would have made a huge difference in terms of how the end game would have came down to. I think it would have just came down to if I got effect sport or not that turn. But yeah. Oh, we got one. Awesome. The last one literally took me 20 minutes of downtime, and I'm like, what? To potentially lose so many points. Rocker, Scarf, You're Scary, Rabbit Spin, T-Slex Absorber, Z? Don't know. Clawitzer is usually the lead when I see Dredagon, though. Because Specs Ice Beam hurts. Yep. Alright, awesome. So we play a game without rocks. I don't have to worry about Rapid Spinning. Fantastic. As far as endgame goes, Togedemaru isn't bad, having a good speed tier here. Especially if Passimian does end up being the Choice Scarf user. Got to be a little bit careful about Glalie, of course. Delphox comes out, but I have a fully Spadef Dredagon just waiting for you right now. You're literally my count. Oh, you're my answer. You could be Specs, though. Or you could be Z. Protect, just in case it's Twinkle Tackle or something. Well, that's not too bad. That's Life Orb? Yep. Hey, I am completely fine with Delphox being gone. In fact, I do not need rocks at all in this game. Him getting a Spadef drop means he can obviously Flamethrower because that coupled with Blaze. But you being gone is so good for me, man. So good. And Togedemaru doesn't care about half the Pokemon that come out. And I just click Psychic now with Sigalith. So that's awesome. Like, such good turns. I even get a little bit of damage with Wheezing on this guy. Ooh, and I get a burn. Nice. So keeping Wheezing alive is worth it because of the Passimian. However, I do actually value a T-Spike here because you can't switch into it well. And this will allow me to get in my Sigalith. Like, Wheezing only needs to be alive to take a hit. It doesn't have to actually be alive to do damage itself. So, I don't mind Glalie either. Because I got that nice little poison off on it. Oh, this Mach Punch is going to start hurting this boy. Go ahead and double edge all you want. I'm debating keeping around Clawitzer. Maybe I shouldn't keep around Passimian. Because I shouldn't lose to Passimian. I think it actually, like looking back at it, I don't think I'll lose to Scarf Passimian. And I actually rather get rid of this Glalie with the combination of all my moves here. So maybe like a Freeze Dry will come out or something. I doubt you double edge. Oh, you actually double edge. So that means Glalie goes down. Do not have to worry about you. I should be able to safely bring out Sigalith now because Sigalith does have Protect. And because my opponent went out to Vileplume, I click Life Orb Psychic and do a ton of damage to whatever coming in. So like I'm a little bit worried about Persimmon, but not between a Scarf Togedemaru, a Sigilyph of my own, Persimmon, and then Clawitzer, which eats a hit. Like also, if I get this Psychic off here, then look at his Aura Sphere switching. This is a Life Orb Psychic, so he's in a scenario where, and the Protect is just gonna come in clutch too, but he's in a scenario where it's just worse for him. And now no Fighting Resist. Beautiful. Beautiful. Don't care at all about this Pokemon. That's Assault Vest though. That is 110% Assault Vest. Just gonna go for Wild Charge here. KO's Blastoise, and it should be able to 2-hit KO the Persimmon if he goes for close combat. I go Clawitzer, which eats the hit anyway, and looks like Mach Punch knocks you out regardless at 29%. So, yep. But I want Clawitzer to get the KO, and I haven't clicked Water Pulse yet, so I want to click it now. Well, that did not eat as well as I thought it would. Good game. Alright, so we got back some points. Not as much as I would have wanted, but I'll pause it until I find another battle. I'll be right back. Alright, guys, so we have a game, and, hey, have fun. I'm not sure how to feel about this. That's definitely going to be a tough one. I do think I'm going to be able to Rapid Spin versus my opponent, I'll be real, but it's going to be tough. I love the Weezing matchup, because I'm going to give my opponent hazards up early, but I'm going to get my hazards up myself. You'll see what I mean in a sec, but I'm going to Will-O-Wisp and then Toxic Spike, things like that. And basically my opponent shouldn't be able to stop me from getting up my own hazards versus him. And I actually do value double T-Spike as well. So now I can just go right out to Hitmonlee. And just Rapid Spin. Now I have to worry. If he gets his weakness or whatever, it doesn't matter. We get rid of the hazard. Ooh, I don't know what you were, but I have Dredagon for you, and literally you. Comfy, I have... oh, come on, dude. Seriously? Like, now I have to choose, do I value Rocks or do I value Toxic? And I don't switch into this Pokemon very well. But I do value Rocks. Because I want to make it, I want to make sure I break the sturdy on this Pokemon. And what I'm basically going to be doing here is sacking that to sack Clawitzer as well, but just to get off a Water Pulse because my opponent doesn't switch into that. You know, in the ideal world, that actually did not knock me out, but that's okay too. Like, I can't do anything about that. In the ideal world, anyway. Hitmonlee is the only play I can make that doesn't allow a Sock to come in. That sucks, man. That split up drops suck. Anyway, it's the only play I can make here to knock out you and not allow anything else in. Togedemaru still deals a few of your mons. Sock can come out. I gotta be careful not to lose. I mean, it looks like I could potentially win. Are you Scarf? Because High Jump Kick knocks you out otherwise. Right? I don't want to lose to Incineroar because I wasn't able to deal with a Sock. High Jump Kick knocks you out. Okay, out of his Pokemon, what is most likely to be Z? I'll go easy. Man. It's fine. It's not fine, but it is what it is. And we'll throw off a Heat Wave here just in case he ends up going out into Togedemaru. Heat Wave will be able to knock out Crustle, so I don't have to worry too much about that. That is Scarf Sock most likely, I want to say. Mach Punch is going to be able to deal with you. Darkest Lariat. Okay. Don't have to deal as much with you either. Get out Hitmonlee and click High Jump Kick. Iron Head is still going to be really good as well. So, oof, and Comfy coming in and taking that hit is so good as well. Like, there's so much good coming out of this. I'm just really worried that if I bring out my... I think I almost have to go Sigilyph, because if he goes for HP Fire on the Comfy switching, yeah, I can lose. So that's why I felt like I had to go Sigilyph there. Perfect. And what you going for? Iron Head? Because I have Protect here. Woo! Things are looking okay. Okay, so Mach Punch is looking really good, right? Mach Punch should devour Togedemaru. And Sock, if it takes an Iron Head's also looking alright, but like Mach Punch should definitely devour him. So we Protect here. If he goes back on Incineroar, I'll be able to deal with it as well with the Air Slash. Protect is always my play. Also, was that Banded Earthquake on Weezing? I should probably keep that in mind, just to know that. That was Banded Earthquake. Okay, cool. Went for the Zing Zap. How much does Mach Punch do to Togedemaru? Hitmonlee, Togedemaru, Choice Scarf, 86 to 101. So the best course of action is to go Sigilyph and see what he does. Yeah, you turn out to Sigilyph. Because I already have the damage I need on Sock. And Hitmonlee should be able to knock out Sock at that point as well with Mach Punch, right? Mach Punch does 35 minimum. He's at 35. So just because I don't want to risk missing anything. So I Mach Punch there. And even if I don't get the Mach Punch roll, I mean, I need the Mach Punch roll, right? Actually, is it okay if I don't get the Mach Punch roll? Did I go Togedemaru instead and just start Iron Heading to win the game? I think that's what I do. Because if he turns out to Incineroar, he can't win anyway. Yeah. Because once Incineroar comes in, I'm assuming it's Z Incineroar. It could be I Papa Berry, but basically that last... This should mean that I don't need to have the roll. And it looks like it was Z Incineroar, so that doesn't matter. Yeah, I win the game. Alright, awesome. So I win. Because Togedemaru is now 100% in range of Mach Punch. Sick. Send Headbutt. All I need is Chip. Look at it. Hey, you know what? I believe my Togedemaru is going to beat him by itself. I'm lying. I'm winning all these speed ties though. But where are my flinches? Yo, I'm literally winning all these speed ties though. Alright, let's hope we don't misclick. Good game, dude. Hey, Lee did it for me. Not bad. Alright, so a little bit scary, and I did have to see what did I value more at that point. Rocks versus Toxic on Vikavolt. And basically, I valued Rocks because it put Crustle in range of literally every attack, so it couldn't get up hazards again. It broke Sturdy on Sock, and just getting that 25% on Incineroar too is really good. And I'm also glad I made the mid-ground play of Sigilyph over going hard into Togedemaru, because he obviously did go for the HP Fire, anticipating the Togedemaru. And again, Sigilyph was a good mid-ground because I don't think it would have been 2 KO'd by Life Orb Togedemaru. And then after he went for that, you know, HP, whatever, that worked out. So, yeah, we were able to win that one. I'll pause it, guys, until we find another one. Be right back. Alright, so we have another game now. No switching to Hitmonlee. And I say that because Jump Kick into Knockoff is going to devour Slowking. Absolutely love Clawitzer in this type of build. This is like the build for Clawitzer. Every single time I've seen Druddigon, you guys know I lead with Clawitzer. So many Druddagons. Does have a good spinner versus me. Obviously, you guys are great spinners, but you know, click that Specs Ice Beam, get that turn 1 KO, play a game without rocks. Clawitzer, ooh, play a game without Pokemon, even having to do anything. That's turn 1 Clawitzer. That's what I like to see. Some quick points back. That is exactly what I like to see. We'll look for another one. I'll pause it. We'll be right back. Alright, guys, we have another game. Now, if I look at it, it looks to be maybe Life Orb, Comfy, Rocks, Steelix. Actually, no. Actually, is it Rocks, Druddigon, plus, why is there Steelix on this team? Plus Druddigon. Is it just offensive Druddigon? I don't know, but Scarf Passimian is like definitely gives me a good look as well. We're gonna go the Clawitzer route. Again, when we see Druddigon, we always lead Clawitzer. He leads off with Heliolisk. Now, I have Togedemaru as my mid ground, but it's not. He's gonna Hyper Voice here, but it's still my play. As he thankfully goes for Volt Switch. I don't care about Steelix coming in. I'm clicking Iron Head. I think he's choiced. He was not choice, but you know what? Worth. I'm just gonna have to beat the Comfey with my Weezing. So we're gonna Iron Head one more. And what I'm gonna do now is actually go out to Druddigon because I don't want him to have like Rocky Helmet Weezing or something exactly. So this will allow me to get up my my Stealth Rock here, and I hate to stack Togedemaru, but it's not gonna be able to check anything. So I think that's just definitely the play. So Heliolisk was a problem speed tier wise for me to switch into. Obviously my opponent has a lot of problems for me, but look at Clawitzer and look at his team, man. He does not like this Pokemon. No Ice Resist either. Specs Ice Beam is going to pick up a KO on Druddigon anyway, especially after rocks. Unless it's Assault Vest. And gets the poison on me, unfortunately, but that's definitely AV, but as I mentioned, he still doesn't have Specs Ice Beam switch-ins. A little bit of damage on Passimian goes a long way towards my, and a crit goes a long way towards winning the game, too. That's so big. I'm sorry, dude. Truly. We're going to bring out a Druddigon now. We're going to go for Toxic over going hard Weezing, because if he starts combining up, I'm in trouble. And this allows me to get in my Weezing now and just start getting off that, basically the T-Spikes that I need. AV Druddigon, don't care about you. Gonna get in my T-Spikes here. This will allow me to deal with the Comfey. I don't care about rocks either. Just double T-Spikes just means I beat Comfey. And also Will-O-Wisp obviously helps out versus you as well. Oh, that's a cool play. Zero switch-ins now to... I want to say he has zero switch-ins to Sigilyph, so Sigilyph should start picking up some KOs. I don't want to sack Clawitzer because if I get it in versus this, I get a win, I want to say. So, like, I get a kill. So I'm actually going to go Druddigon because it doesn't beat anything that's left. Like, at all. I have Mold Breaker Earthquake for Weezing too. Nice. And again, this is good because I don't think it'll... Because it's Life Orb, I don't think it'll be... anything else that can deal with my, first off, my Sigilyph or my Weezing. I don't think it has Aromatherapy. I don't care about Steelix at all. All I'm doing now is breaking it sturdy to be able to go out to my Specs Clawitzer and click the Water Pulse and basically pick up a KO at that point. And whenever I get in Clawitzer versus this Pokemon, I get a KO. Whenever I get it in versus Weezing, I get a KO. So I don't care too much about Comfey, I want to say. Thank you. I am in, I am now. The crit on Passimian was huge, though. It was absolutely huge. But Water Pulsar is now going to click a button and pick up its KO as well. Now, if he goes Comfey, I do have Weezing to deal with you, and I will go down as well. You are now poisoned. If you're running Giga Drain, you're not always Aromatherapy. I could be wrong, of course. But at this point, don't see how he beats my Weezing. I just click Sludge Bomb now. Don't have to worry about this Pokemon. I have Psychic, which picks up a KO as well, which is really cool. I keep Weezing alive. I don't care about this at all, like I said. I literally go out into Hitmonlee. Excuse me, into my Hitmonlee. I just click Knockoff. Do a ton because I get rid of a Rocky Helmet. Get in Sigilyph, click Life Orb Psychic. And I don't think Comfey will beat me unless it actually is Aromatherapy. But it has to Aromatherapy while combining up. And Life Orb Psychic is just too strong. Yeah. So the crit on Passimian was huge, though. It was very... And I got a crit there, too. But the crit on Passimian was very huge. I definitely assessed that my opponent was very, very weak to T-Spikes. That's something I understood early. Obviously, Togedemaru was good in this game. I can't deny that either. But Weezing... Like, especially with the Passimian crit, Weezing was so freed up to always beat the Comfey, and just finding out that Druddigon was Assault Vest too made it a lot easier on me as well. It's getting a little bit late. We're at 1560. Where is that on the ladder? Because I'm actually recording a night before I pick up my wife. Got a movie night tonight. It's not Avengers. Not yet. I'm not going to be able to get tickets for that anytime soon. But we are number 38 on the ladder. I think that's a fantastic place to start. So we're number 38 on the ladder. Number 38 on the ladder. Had we not suffered an L, we probably would have been around this mark, and I might have actually. No, I don't think I would have had enough time to make the extra push tonight anyway. But I hope you guys all enjoyed. Shout out to my boy Jari, of course, for the Token Tomorrow squad. Specs Clawitzer. That boy had no switching his entire time. I'm sad about that effect sport. Because basically, well, I guess they could have potentially clicked synthesis after. But whatever, even getting a roll there would have been cool. Doesn't matter. It's in the past. Hope you guys all enjoyed. Thank you everybody for watching. Of course, if you did, feel free to leave a like, subscribe. Helps me out. Helps my channel out. Helps me grow. I don't know why I'm like flexing my muscles when I grow. You can't see anything anyway. But I'll see you guys. Goodbye, my friends.